Let go of my leg. No, I don't want you to go up there. Too bad I am. Why? It's our mission, Zenitsu. Either you come up with us and you know where we are, or you stay down here and you never know if we pass on or just leave after we're done, or you don't know what happens. You'll probably be sitting here for the rest of your life. Uh, I'll take my chances. Let go of my leg. No. Fine then. No, no, I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go. You let go. No, either you can follow us, stay here. I don't care. I'm going up Mount Nanagumo, slaying every demon I see, no matter what. If any other demon slayer comes, follow them up. At least you got someone on your back. Okay. Wait, how do you know if backups actually come? Like Crow. Hello, I am Tal. He's Tal. Okay. Tal is gonna stick with me, at least in the area. And if we get in any trouble, he can message another Crow. That is correct. I like this guy. I like you. What? Nothing. I am supposed to be impartial. Okay. Um, it doesn't seem like you're impartial. Because I am not. I hold very high favoritism for any demon slayer I am attached to. Well, up to the air I go. I will fly high and be your eyes in the sky. Tanjiro. All right, Tao. Good luck. Good luck to you, too. Why does he talk so much? No one else talks that much. No one else's crows does that. He does. Why is he white? What does that supposed to mean? Nothing. Not being racist. But aren't crows usually like black? He's different. I can tell. It's also quite scary. Come on, Kambachiro. Let's get moving. Anyways, hello. I am here to bring you part four of what if Tanjiro had ice breathing. Now, a couple things I really want to know is my Inosuke impression actually good, or am I just being like semi cocky about about saying it's like decently good? Like it's not the best. It's not no Bryce paperback or paperbook. I think it's paperback. Right. I'm not his voice directly, but is it decent? Come on, Kambachi. Let's go. Is it good? I really want to know. Like badly. I want to know your all's opinion so bad on my impressions. Like I want to feel some type of like validation that like it's good, it's all right. Just get like rate it from 1 through 10, okay? 1 through 10, like I don't know, foreheads. Yep. Personally, I'd give myself like a 6. I think it's decent. Now, it's better than average because the Inosuke voice is kind of not it, it's hard to actually get down pat. It's been a while um since I've tried a new impression, right? But either way. Remember, if you have what if suggestions, put them down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, if you do so, I will put them on my list. Okay? I will put them on the list of them, and maybe someday your idea will be shown. It has happened in the past multiple times. I also want to say that I'm working on something for the 200 subscriber special. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, it's gonna be fun for all of us. Okay, it's gonna be quite fun. It's gonna be new for me at least. But anyways, I believe it's time for us to get into part 4 of What If Tanjiro had ice breathing. But first, I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Imagine that. What's the title? Anyways, we see Inosuke and Tanjiro currently walking up slowly, and then they would both hear quite at the same time. Uh, maybe Tanjiro a little bit faster, but like barely after before Inosuke would hear the clashing of blades of on each other. Steel on steel is what the noise would be making, or what the noise was. So they would finally kick up the pace, rush up the mountain to where they would see demon slayers fighting other demon slayers, right? Them fighting over and over, the swords clashing, or people would be dodging out of the way. The demon slayers that would be most doing most of the attacking would be saying, well, the ones that would still alive would be saying, I'm so sorry, sister, run, forget about me, run. The woman in question would say, no way, we started this journey together and we'll finish it together. So I'm not leaving. And then Tundra would move quickly as he would say, ice breathing, first form, crossing icicles. Instead of going after the throat, he would notice something glinting in the moonlight as he would rush through. At first, he was just going to cut the guy's head off, but after seeing the glint in the air, cutting at these with relative easiness, I'm sorry about background noise. I can't control animals as much as I wish I could. Also, I want to remind people I don't use scripts for my videos. It's quite a big part of me. I don't use scripts. I go off the brain. Okay. Anyways, um, as he would do so, cutting all five strings in quick succession, and then kicking the guy backwards into his sibling, who would catch him and say, "What? Get going." As then another controlled, clearly unalived member of the Demon Slayer Corps would raise up the blade with its all mangled up, turnt around, broken arm, and their head would be completely turned around, just backwards, all mangled up, would bring its blade down, but then uh Tanjiro would notice this and go, "Yeah, no." Axe and katana would meet in a way where the katana would break in half. Just the Nichiren steel blade would just, and then with the other axe bringing it through, cutting the strings or threads or whatever you want to call it, just off. Okay, Inosuke, get the threads. He would yell at Inosuke, who would say, "All right, this will be one of the only time I listen to you, though." Okay, and time would go on. Multiple Demon Slayers, alive or passed on, would come at Inosuke and Tanjiro and other Demon Slayers who are willing to still fight and are not injured. Um, would cut the strings over and over again. Eventually, over time, other Demon Slayers would hear this, the yelling and the clashing of metal or steel on steel, or the screams of people getting punctured by sharp metal things. They would come running. Another about 15, 10 people would arrive there, thankfully. Well, okay, maybe we're good. He would just stand there waiting, and then a demon slayer would say, "Watch out, Tundra," that's being Murata, and Tundra would just stand there, just motionless, as a controlled demon slayer who would still be alive, um, female, the other voiced one, well, not other voiced, they're all voiced. The one that was on the tree and got their necks snapped, they would leap from the tree, blade ready. She would say, "Move, get out of the way." "I'll be fine." Then he would say, "Ice breathing, sixth form, glacier core." Boom. Ice would cover his skin. The open skin just it would just cover him in a thick layer of blue ice. And then the blade would meet, just lodging itself within the ice on the like shoulder area, right shoulder, like collarbone area, not cutting into Tanjiro's body. And the way it's positioned, he would just turn quickly, snap, and then just slashing the strings. Her leg is broken, so yeah. Tanjiro would. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You all had to hear that. Hold on. Let me switch my earbuds out that I'm using as mics real quick. Just give me a moment, please, as I take time to connect another one. Eh, still better than what we had. 30% versus like maybe 50 or 40. So either way, you'll have to deal with that again. I'm so sorry. But anyways, Inosuke and Tanjiro would had their separate ways with away from this group of demon slayers who would go to head down the mountain the way Tanjiro pointed. Head that way, make a left at the with a marked tree with the like plus sign, like a cross. Head a right for 100 steps, and then down. Well, from that way it would be left down all the way, and you will be fine until you will see probably a yellow-haired kid, and then you'll be on your way. Stay safe. Let's go, Inosuke. They would head off in a direction, Inosuke, and then would say, "Wait a second. Do we know where they are? I mean, I could smell them, but we could always look. But this place is probably full of them, so who knows? We'll find a demon, probably not the main demon. So we might as well look. Let's both do our own ways." Okay, hold on. I have bad allergies down here. I was born on top of a snowy mountain. You're gonna alert the demons, you know. I don't care. That's the entire point. We're gonna either get them to us or we're gonna go to them. So which one you like? Yeah, you're right. Either way, he then would say, ice. No. Well, Inosuke would say, all right, beast breathing, seventh fang, spatial awareness. And he would use his breathing form. And then, not Inosuke, Tanjiro would say, ice breathing, fifth form, frozen blood hunt. Squinting, well, no, you know how in anime some characters would look into like their hand like a telescope or like a, yeah, a telescope that would kind of zoom in. That's what That's what he would do, and he would just start sniffing the air for more like a bigger smell of demons, right? Just waiting for that bigger, stronger scent. But besides that, he would just look into his hand like a telescope or a spotting glass, whatever it may be you are thinking of, just looking around, maybe using both hands, both eyes, using his ears, using whatever he can at his disposal out of the five senses: sight, smell, taste, and hearing. Did I say all of them? Sight, smell, hearing, taste. There's five senses. Oh, touch. I guess the way he's doing it, he won't be using touch at the current moment, but every other sense he would be using. And at the same time, they would both say, "Found them." "Hey, I found them first." "No, I did." "Come, Pachiro." "I did, Inosuke." "No, I did." "I did." "No, I did." "I did." "You know what? Fine, you did. Just come on." "All right." They would go on um, to find the father demon, the father spider father demon. It's the father of the group of spider demon, the spider family. Bro, Peter Parker been getting some game. Him and Black Cat. Aw, no, I'm joking. They definitely did it in the first Spider like PS4 game because Felicia has a son. They definitely did. I mean, it's clear as crap. But hey, who wouldn't? Bro, I have had a ever since I've become a Spider-Man fan, and I've read or well, I've read some comics, but they're not my own. A friend of mine lent them to me so I can read them. But either way, after I started reading and watching multiple Spider-Man things from the MCU, from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's, um, the animated shows, um, from all of that, I have yet to play the games. I want to so freaking bad. I really want to play number two because it has become one of my favorites. It seems so fun. But number one, I do want to play a lot. But either way, I've been a Spider-Man fan my entire life, okay? And my one of my first crushes of like a fictional thing, a fictional character, was Black Cat, Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, which I can't wait until she's in the MCU because she's my favorite, like anti-hero, anti-villain, or villain. Okay, I mean, like besides Deadpool, her and Deadpool are tied at my number one like anti-hero, and maybe just like Marvel characters in general, because I'm a big comedic guy. I don't know if you can't tell. I'm just a little funny guy. But either way, Felicia definitely has had a big impact on the women I like, the type of women I like. Goth chicks. Actually, does Black Cat count as goth? Does she? Does she count as goth? Let me hear your opinions down below. I'm 50-50 at this point after realizing. Like, I do. She's quite. Well, actually. in the Marvel Rivals game thing. Oh God. Oh gosh. Mm, bro, Marvel Rivals is it's definitely some type of game. See, I know I'm going on a rant, but I'll finish this real quick. I became a gamer of a like off and on thing where I'll play the game like for months at a time, and then I'll take a break for another couple months and get back on and then play it over and over again and then get back off, get back on. That's what happened to me in Marvel Rivals, dog. I've let it update like the entire time. Like I'll keep up with updates, but I do just take breaks here and there. I just take breaks, man. I take breaks because I get heated. Like it's not that I'm like a rageful like gamer. It's just the fact, or I'm not even over that like overconfident. Not overconfident. I'm not competitive. That's the word either. I'm just a guy who gets really into it because it's like one of the things I really like. Um, so I get angry at it when people are like, "Yeah, I don't know what that is," and I'll be like, "You don't know what? Like, you don't know anything about Marvel?" No, I don't. Why are you playing the game? Oh, it's my brother's game, and so he said I could play it for a little bit. I hate when that happens. If you do not like the game, don't, or if you don't like the thing based off of the game, and you're just playing it because, oh, my brother said, or whoever said I could, or I'm just trying to get into the, or I hate when YouTubers do that too. Just playing a game that they don't really like know the story or care about the story. I hate that. It's like one of the things. It's like a pet peeve. So what that could be considered as. But either way, I just want my question of, well, there's things I want you to talk about. Either way, anyways, um, as these two would get up into the opening with the creek in it, and eventually start their fight with the father demon or the spider father, whatever you want to call him. It would go since the father demon is probably, well, definitely physically stronger than both of them. They had to play away from their strengths to not get their, well, a hole in their body. Even though um, Tanjiro is confident he could at least take one blow and live, he's not going to live for long because that thing's probably just going to break so many ribs, punch your lungs, squash organs. He's not going to live. He may be able to take out this demon, but he's not going to be able to live like after it. Even with Glacier Core, he's not entirely sure. He's not confident in it. Noticing that an entire tree crushing it is not gonna be able to work, and it picking up said tree that they um cut down and it crushed him, and then proceeding to throw it at both of these two. He's definitely not confident at all. Okay, so what he would do is keep on moving around and just, well, I'll do a little bit of the fight. At some point, he'd be running as quickly as he could straight at the thing, while Inosuke would go around and just just flank it on the other side. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Ice breathing. Seventh form. Whirling reindeer antler. But boom! As he would fly forward towards the father spider demon, slashing slashing it the best he could. It would like his axes would he be able to slash it, but it's gonna be like a graze. It's gonna be such a small cut that it would just instantly heal. But his entire goal is to just annoy the crap out of him while Inosuke can head for the neck. But either way, after this onslaught of blows, not blows, of slashes and hacking away at the body of the spider father demon, he would eventually just get hit away, just to the complete other side of the river as Inosuke would jump down, try to go for his own form of breathing. I don't know what he would go for, but he would go for the attack anyways, and then proceed to get hit out of the air like a baseball. And so, boom, to the same side. Tanjiro would catch Inosuke. They would both fall. Inosuke then would say, if I go all out, I know I can get him. So go get the other one. What? Go get the other one, Tanjiro. Oh, wow, yeah, you got my name right. Tomo. Never mind. Best shot we've had so far. But either way, what? Go get the other demon. I'll handle him. Go get the other two. Well, other one that was close to this one. I will take care of this guy on my own. Now go on, Kamaboko. Kamo. At least you're consistent with your names. Okay, whatever. If you die, I will crack your skull. Good thing I don't plan on dying. Well, okay. Good luck. Then he would head off into the woods, the direction that they were in. Heading through quite quickly. He would just keep on running and running and running, following the scent in the no, yeah, just following scents and taste of the air and the hearing, well, the noise of slight noise of threads in the wind, and then a voice would be heard as you get closer to the opening. I wish really would be nicer. I wish he wasn't so bossy. I wish everyone was nicer to me. I didn't want it to be the mother. I didn't want to be a mother. Anyways, I became a demon to escape from that life before I was even turned into a demon. I wasn't a mother. I think I don't remember. Just a vivid memory. This forest is nice though. Having it to ourselves. There used to be foxes that lived right here. Now they're dead because of him. I just want to live in peace forever and ever. Demon Slayer coming my way. End it quickly. Actually, do I want to die? I don't know. Might as well fight. She would definitely try to, at least. Bringing threads down that would just be instantly cut away from any part of his body. The cold stare turned soft as the moonlight would shine onto this demon. He then would say, ice breathing, third form, Arctic, Arctic foxes, calm storm. It's snowing. A cold, gentle embrace would be the last thing they would ever feel. Tears would flow. Sorry, you're not the one either. You're not the one that did that years ago either. Rest in peace, I guess. He would instantly turn to the side in such a quick pace, the demon didn't even realize that he was staring at her. The sister demon would be who this is. Really? As she then would start running. Not Inosuke. Tanjiro would follow quite quickly behind her. As quick as he could, he would follow. You're not getting away that easy. As then something would hit him, and he could actually feel it dig into him. Not fully because he would move out of the way, but as soon as he would stand up, he would realize on his stomach a thin slice would be there. Through his clothing, through the muscle fibers and skin, blood would flow. Okay. Did you ever have siblings? Parents that you knew? Answer me now. I did. Now they are all gone, so Oh, so sad. Too bad I don't care. Not given it's good that you cared about them. But now I'll send you to where they are. For you hurting my family, I'll grace you with the meeting of your own. More threads would launch at Tanjiro within an instant. Tanjiro, with a blink of an eye, would move out of the way, but they would still follow, cutting through trees, cutting through whatever they could. Tanjiro would not let them hit him, though, launching back towards him, towards Rui, high up in the air. As he would fall down, he would say, "Ice breathing, second form, dropping temperature." Missing. The dust would billow, though, and the ground underneath would shake. Moving quickly like a ravaged beast, a ravaging beast. Ice breathing fourth form, polar magnum. A swing and a miss. And then with another spin, polar magnum. And again, this time connecting with Rui, just not the place he wanted. Arm, his arm, Rui, like Rui's arm would be segmented into two like places and cut off as he'd move back a little bit. Fine then. Their fight would continue in a always quickened pace. A fast fight is what this would be, but mostly on Tanjiro's side, moving around as quickly as he could, dodging these threads, getting hit by them, but not as badly as the first hit, which would still be flowing, even though Tanjiro would be clenching it, his like abdomen, his stomach region tightly as he could, just squeezing them with the muscles in his stomach area, throwing strike after strike after strike, waiting for his axes to meet demon flesh again. Over and over, they would meet. Come on! Getting angry over time, even angrier than he was at the start of this fight, of this demon just moving and moving out of the way over and over again, would royally piss him off. But even so, keeping quiet and not yelling at him would be the greatest thing he could do. And he knew that. Either way, still moving around quite quickly. This entire fight would last for a while. The sister of Rui would be watching this fight the entire time. Rui would get hit a lot because he honestly got careless or impatient, um, or didn't know where he was coming from. But right now, where we are would be Tanjiro's end of the time in the fight. as he would be running straight forward at high speeds, really waiting for his opportunity, really waiting on his opportunity, acting like he was hurt still from the previous attack before Tanjiro jumped away. Tanjiro would head in quickly as he could. Quite impressive speeds, really would admit, but they would not be enough. As he then would say, I'll end it now. I'll end it now. 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 He would hold out his hand, fingers pointed towards Tanjiro. Blood would cover these new threads as they would fire quickly. Tanjiro, when realizing this, would cut them, the four that he would see. But then he would feel one going straight through his stomach as he would stop, but he would still slide, so he would still slide out a little bit as blood would cover it, and Rui would say, You're done. But before he could do anything, Tundra would throw an axe at him. This would give Tundra only a few seconds, as then Rui would say, futile. But as soon as he say that, being his vision covered by the axe, Tanjiro would slash the thread, or attempt to, which he would still get it right. Just hitting it a couple times and eventually breaking. Tanjiro reaching into his, like, the wound, and just he could feel it pulling, and then he would just throw it on the ground. As then he would just collapse. Still conscious, but he can't go on. Um, as soon as he would just collapse, the axe getting knocked out of the way and just landing somewhere on the ground. Um, Rui would say, Finally, you're done. Oh, so done with you. So done. As he would just walk up, then, in an instant, his sight would be flipped as his head would hit the ground. As the person who did it would say, actually, no. Um, hmm. The person who would say this would say, water breathing, first form, water surface flash, peach colored hair with a fox like mask, a checkered like Hiyori. Well, not Hiyori, but I don't know what the actual shirt is called, but a white Hiyori. Actually, no, it probably would be checkered because the Demon Slayer outfit would be under it. The other voice, well, the other Step's voice would say, Sabito, there's another one. I know. Check on Tanjiro, Makoto. I will. Both Demon Slayers would go to their own way. Sabito taking out the last spider demon, and Makoto checking on an old friend of theirs. Tomodoro? Yeah, Tanjiro. I know. Hello, how are you? Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, you can't really breathe. Mm. You probably even can't hear me, by the way. Your head's bleeding, and your ears are too. So, guessing you hit yourself so hard you busted an eardrum or two. Probably both. Eh, maybe not. You maybe just be asleep. Are you asleep? She would just poke his face. Eventually, eyes would open, and he would say, Makoto? Oh, yeah, you are alive. And can you hear me? Yeah. Are you okay? No. He slashed, I think maybe a lung. Oh, okay. Well, hmm. Well, we got help coming. I'm not a medical person. That's Shinobu's thing. So, we'll kind of wait. I mean, I know the basic stuff, so I'll help you a little bit. I can't do anything for your lung, though. Okay. Wait, what happened to the Sabito defeated it? Okay. Mm. What about Inosuke? Oh, the boar kid? You stopped him. He's coming here, apparently. Not entirely sure. Well, you should probably try to rest a little bit as I do this. Okay. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it here for the day. Um, yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're ending it here for the day. Next time will be something. Probably the Hashira like meeting and rehabilitation arc, and then that will be next time. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it here for today. I I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Roll the dice. Bye bye.